Hi, Year 8 Sharks. So, this is Miss Caroline, and what we're gonna do today is we're going to do a quick review on all the topics we have in Chapter 6. In Chapter 6, our main focus is decimal operations and fractions operations. So, for the first part, how to round decimals. Let's go through it step by step so you know how to do it. Now, you have to be careful on which decimal places you're rounding to. So you're rounding to two decimal places. So the first thing you do is underline your second decimal place. This is your second, second decimal place. And then you knock on the next digit and see if it will increase you or leave you the same. So we know 5 and more, you increase, and then you have less than 5, you stay the same. So you have 7. So 7 is going to add 1 to the 4, so your answer will be 2.95. Knock on the next digit, which is 3. So 3 is not going to do anything to you, so it will be 0.80, or you can say 0.8 since the 0 at the end of decimals do not count. Next, so you have 6. 6 is going to add 1 to you. So 9 becomes 10. You can see it acts like an addition. So 1 plus 9 is also 10. So it becomes 13.00. So the 9 becomes a 10, so you only write a 0 and you give the 1 to the next digit. The 9 plus 1 is a 10, so it's also a 0, and you give the 1 to the next digit, so it becomes 13.00, to which you can say 13 as a whole number. Now, let's try a word problem. Athlete A, whenever you have a word problem, the trick is get out, extract your information. So you have athlete A runs in 9.7528 seconds. Athlete B runs in 9.7456. So, for question A, which athlete has the faster time? Here, the faster time means the less time. He runs the same distance in less time. So, athlete B has the fastest time. So, question B, the times are reported to 3 decimal places. So the first thing you need to do is you need to round to 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's round first. So the 2 knocks to the 8. It will give you a 1. So you have 9.75, and 2 plus 1 is 3. 5 knocks on the 6. The 6 increases by 1. So you have 9.746. Now, does the result change? No. B still has a faster time. Now, let's move on and look for C. If the time was reported to 2 decimal places, so the first thing you do, 2 decimal places, so the 5 knocks on the 2, it stays the same, so you have 9.75. The 4 knocks on the 5, it adds 1, so you have 9.75. And does the result change? Yes, they will be equal. So you see, using different rounding to different decimal places may change your answer. Now, the next topic is multiplying and dividing by decimal. And since you are using your calculators, you can use your calculators, but I will still show you how to do it in written methods. So the first thing you do is you multiply as if you're multiplying whole numbers. So you will say 37 times 22. So first multiply the 2. 2 times 7 is 14. 4 and I carry 1. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1, it's 7. So we're done with the 2 and 1. Put down a 0. 2 times 7 is 14. 4 and I carry 1. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1, it's 7. And then add. So 4. 7 and 4 are 11, so 11 and 1, 1 and 1, 1 and 7 is 8. And then go back and count. How many decimal digits do you have? You have 1, 2 decimals, so your answer will have 2 decimals, so your answer will be 8.14. Let's see if we can try a word problem. A factory makes 3.5 silk flowers for every second. Each flower uses 16.30 centimeter of silk. So he makes 3.5 flowers in 1 second. And each one of these uses 16.3 centimeter of silk. So first you need to know the total of silk in the flowers. So you will be doing 3.5, the number of flowers, times how many silk? So 60.3. So the first thing you do, break down your problems. Do not do it all at once. Do not confuse you. So you need the amount of full silk. So 3.5 times 60.3 will be 211.05. That's the amount of silk, centimeter of silk used in 1 second. Now the question is asking in 1 minute. So 1 minute has 60 seconds. So you need to multiply this number by 60 to figure out how many in a minute. And your answer will be 12,663 centimeters of silk in 1 minute. So this was for question A. Let's go for question B with a different color. Each flower has 0.325 meters wire stem. An hotel ordered 275 silk flowers. So you need to multiply the amount in one flower times 275. So 0.325 meters in one flower times 275 flowers, and your answer will be 89.375 meters of wire stem. You have to be careful also about your units. Next part. So find using a written method. Also, since you can use your calculator, but also let me show you how to do it in the written. So your main problem is you do not divide by a decimal. So I'm gonna multiply here by 10 to get rid of the decimal. So I'll also need to multiply by 10. So your new numbers are 433.2 divided by 3. And then let's do a long division. So the closest thing to 4 is 3, and you put 1 up, subtract. So you have 1, put the 3 down. The closest thing to 13 is 12, so 12 divided 3 is 4. Subtract, put the 3 down, and it's 12 again. So 12 divided 3 is another 4. 1. And then if you need to put down the last two, remember you have a decimal point that needs to go up. And then you have 12 divided 3, it's 4. So your answer will be 144.4. Let's go for the next one. Converting fractions to decimals. Now remember, it's either you do long division, so you do 7 divided by 8. So it's 0 point, because 7 is less than 8, so it's 70. And then start doing your long division. What's the closest thing to timetable 8 to 70? So the closest thing is 64, where you have 8. Then subtract. So 70 minus 64 is 6. And a decimal point allows you a 0 in each single step. So 60 divided by 8, the closest thing is 56. 56 divided by 8 is 7. And then you have a 4, add a 0 for the decimal point. 40 divided by 8 is 5. Now 6 over 10, 10 is already counting how many decimals. If I have 1 0, it means 1 decimal, so it will simply be 0.6. Now, again, using your calculators in the recurring decimals, make sure you notice which dots are which digits. So if I have a dot on the 2, a dot on the 9, it means they are both recurring. So your number on the calculator will be 29 recurring. Not just 2, not just 9, it's 0.29, and keep writing the 29 for some time until you go past the screen. So it will be 29 over 99. Now, topic 4 is multiplying fraction, but before we move on to multiplying fractions, we need to understand how to simplify. Now remember, to simplify, you have to divide up and down by the same number. So I can divide here by 4 and here by 4, so it becomes 1 over 3. I can simplify here by 5 and here by 5, so it becomes 3 over 5. That's a really important trick in multiplying. So if I say 3 over 4 times 100 over 1, because a whole number will always be over 1. And then you can simplify. 100 divided by 4 is 25, and 4 divided by 4 is 1. So you have 3 times 25, which is 75, over 1, which is 75. Again, 2 over 5 times 50 over 1. So, divided by 5, this will be 10. Divided by 5, this will be 1. So you have 2 times 10, which is 20, over 1, which is 20. Let's go again. So, divided by 2, this will be 1. Divided by 2, this will be 2. Now, remember, you have a negative, so the negative stays. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. You multiply what's on top, you multiply what's on bottom. Not every time you can simplify, and please do not try to simplify the 2 and 6 because they are not on different levels. You can only simplify on different levels. So 5 times 1 is 5, 6 times 2 is 12, and remember to put down the negative if you have only one negative. Let's try again. So divided by 5. This will be 1 divided by 5. This will be 2. I can also simplify the 6 and 9 by 3. Divided by 3, this will be 2. Divided by 3, this will be 3. And then you'll have 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. Next, divided by 5, this will be 1. Divided by 5, this will be 3. I can also simplify the 6 and 12. Divided by 6, this is 1. Divided by 6, this is 2. And then multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 3 is 6. Divided by 7. Divided by 7, they will both become 1. Divided by 4, this is 1. Divided by 4, this is 2. And then multiply. So 1 times 1 is 1. And 2 times 1 is 2. And we don't have any negative sign here. Now, dividing by fractions, you have two ways to do this. The first way I like to keep, change, flip. So let's say if I have 9, which is 9 over 1, divided 1 over 3. So if I say keep, 9 over 1 stays the same. Change, it becomes multiplication. Flip, it becomes 3 over 1. And then 9 times 3 is 27. And it's over 1, so it's simply 27. So this is the first way you can do it. The second way is using your wings. How is that? If I have 6 over 1 divided 2 over 3, all you have to do is draw your butterfly wings. So 6 times 3 is 18, and 2 times 1 is 2. 18 divided by 2 will be equal to 9. Personally, I would prefer keep, change, flip because it allows you a chance to simplify before you multiply. And remember, you cannot use mixed numbers in multiplication and division. You have to use improper fractions. So I have 1 over 5. So 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 5 is 10. Now, I cannot do anything here before turning the mixed number into improper fraction. So 1 times 5 is 5, plus 3, it's 8 over 5. And then keep, change, flip. So you can simplify the 8s. So you will only have 1 times 5 is 5 over 1, which is 5. So keep, change, flip allows you a chance to simplify before you multiply, and it makes the number less, so it does not bother you when you're multiplying. Now, for adding and subtracting fractions, your keyword is common denominator. So usually look for a number that's common between both. Let's say A. So I have 8 over 3 minus 4 over 5. I cannot do anything really but multiplying by both denominators. So you multiply the 5 by 3 and the 3 by 5. And remember, whatever you do on top, you do on bottom. Whatever you do on bottom, you do on top. So your new fractions are 40 over 15 minus 12 over 15, which 40 minus 12 will be 28 over 15. And remember, you cannot keep it like this, so you have to turn it into a mixed number. So it will be 113 over 15. So this is the answer for A. Let's go for B. So I have 31 over 6 plus 17 over 8. Now, the number that exists in 6 and 8 is usually 24, where you have 6 times 4 equal 24, 8 times 3 equal 24. So you multiply the 8 by 3, and you multiply the 6 by 4. So 31 times 4 will be 124 over 24, plus 17 times 3 will be 51, and then 24 stays the same. You do not add denominators. And then you have 51 plus 124, which will be 175. Remember, you cannot leave it like this. You have to turn it into a mixed number, which will be 7 over 24. If you are confused on how to turn this on your calculator, you can use Shift plus SD, and then this allows you to convert between decimals, fractions, and mixed numbers. So let's move on. Now, the trick questions sometimes are when I have 3 fractions. You need to find the common denominator for all of them, which usually is the denominator common between the biggest 2 numbers. So you have 5 and 4. The common denominator between 5 and 4 is 20. So you need to convert them all into 20. So here I'm going to multiply by 4, here by 5, and then to convert the 2 into 20, you have to multiply by 10. So I have 16 plus 5 plus 10, which 16 plus 5 is 21. 21 plus 10 is 31. So you have 31 over 20, which will become 111 over 20. Again,